Good morning, shall I say. Anyways, I'll let you guys get logged in. We have a situation over in Hemet. We've been hit up. Anytime you have a problem you can't get matters taken care of, call the crazy guy with the lazy eye. So I am over here in Hemet off of Sanderson and Devonshire. Everybody knows this unit place called the Palm Courts. And sounds like we got some dirty shit going on, guys. So is this legal? I don't think so. What is your opinion? So, anyways, I'm going to get this started. I'm going to make sure. Oh, before I get this started, I want everybody to share this video, comment that you share. We got some really crazy, what would you do in a situation type deal that I'm going to share with you guys. So, I'm going to get this camera switched over here, and I want to introduce you to this family here. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. You want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Ethan Lopez, and this is my husband, Matthew Lopez.
And how you going doing, Lopez's today? Not
terrible.
too good.
I feel like shit.
You sound like shit, and we're going to talk about why. All right, okay, we are live on. No, this is not violent. You can take it how you want it. It's a bad situation, guys. So we are here at the Palm Court Apartments here, and you guys got a mold situation, and you're being kicked out of your home because you try to get something done about it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to we're going to talk about the situation. And we do have the fire department watching this. So we know that something's definitely going to get done. They told me that they will be watching this live. So tell me your story from beginning to now, guys.
Okay, so roughly.
Make sure you got the microphone.
Yeah.
Put it a little bit closer to you, if you will.
Yeah.
Originally, this started back in the beginning of February. We had a leak in our upstairs unit. There was a leak in the upstairs unit, and it caused a hole in the wall behind the toilet of my mother's bedroom. It broke out the hole in the wall and it flooded her bathroom. So we submitted a maintenance request for them to come and fix it. And their idea of fixing it was just putting duct tape and plaster and paint over it.
Wait a minute. They're using the motto, if you can't duck it, fuck it, right?
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Oh, my God. Come on, guys. And here's a picture right here. Let me see if I can bring this picture up. We're going to actually show them the tub, the walls being took out, and all that right there.
And once they patched that original hole, not even a week later, the ceiling started to fall in from the water again. And the hole that they originally fixed with plaster, that broke open too.
Now, can I ask you a question before we go any further? Anytime you break into a wall or anything like this, do you have to have permits from the city?
Oh, yeah.
Was there any permits?
No.
What?
Not just the city. You have to do federal and state.
They have to get permission because of as possible asbestos and mold testing to make sure it's safe for the people here to be here while they're testing or doing their fixing. They have to get permits for it. They never got a permit. And we have a family member who works with a federal government agency that deals with air quality control.
Let me pause you guys real quick. I just got a text message from him at Fire Department. He's trying to watch this live stream and he's not finding it. So hold on. I'm going to put you guys on pause and let me share this link to the Fire Department. Be right back.
I'm going to hold.
Guys, we are back. Sorry about that. I just texted the Fire Department was actually going to the wrong page to watch this. This is actually, what property management is this?
This is Western National.
Western
Property
National.
Management. Yeah.
Is that another name for IE Rentals?
I don't know. Honestly, they won't tell us anything.
Now, yeah, I want to get involved in that too. That a lot of stuff is being, shall I say, held from you guys.
Yeah.
So first of all, back to there was no permits.
No.
When they broke this wall in, no asbestos testing or nothing like that.
Yeah, we asked our family member what we could do about this because this is exactly the area that she works in. She told us to reach out, see if they can help us with this. An agent ended up coming out, inspecting the area, went up to the office and asked the leasing office manager there if they had any of the proper permits or testing done, and she said no, they did not get the testing done because the property owner did not want to pay for it.
Really?
Yeah. They said that it was going to cost too much and they decided to skip out on it. And they told that to the agent himself.
So it sounds like they just want to duck it and fuck it and leave.
Yep.
Use duct tape. Did they use any zip ties on this?
They might have.
Right?
I don't know. They might have.
Wait till you guys see what I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. It's a mess in there. So secretively, this is showing you guys something don't add up here, because when these people who came in first to work on this unit.
So originally it was supposedly our apartment's maintenance people.
Okay, tell me what happened that day.
So they came in, like he was saying, they they ducked it and fucked it. Then a couple days later, water started pouring out on our floor again. Then they came out. They decided to break open the wall, and we noticed that the ceiling was sagging. So they took out a nice big strip of the wall
Okay.
and a little bit of over our shower, and then they said, "Hey, we'll be back. This will be finished in a week." This is end of February at this point, and it took them a week to get an actual construction person out, and they tore out the rest of the wall, and they said, "Hey, we told them, hey, there's mold here, and it's visual evidence of mold."
Let's see if we can pull up some of that mold while you're talking. Continue your story.
And they said, well, there's nothing we can do to just get it done. So then they took out a big piece of the wall, left it open. They said so it can dry.
Look at that.
I didn't realize drying took 3 weeks, which they left it open for.
There was no plastic.
There was no plastic, no cover. They even told us that we can even go in our bathroom and use it.
Wait, why?
Why what?
Why you can't go in your bathroom?
We can't. They told us we could.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
My mother, she's doing chemotherapy. My mother, who does chemotherapy and lives in that bedroom, there was no plastic cover or any kind of protection over that room for 3 weeks at that point. She was told that she could use that bathroom regularly. Just leave the door open. She was told, leave the door open. You can use it as regularly. And she ended up getting sicker and sicker. She was hospitalized 3 times now.
Now, what hospital did she go to?
She went to our Hemet hospital over there.
Okay.
Where her doctor, she has a regular doctor that she sees, and he told her all 3 times, you need to get out of there and you need to go to the hospital because you are getting sicker. And at one point, she was there going on 4 days.
Wow.
Being kept inpatient because of how sick she was getting.
You guys are sick as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, did you go see medical treatment on
I
this?
did.
And what did they say?
I went to 2 different emergency visits, and I ended up developing asthma because of this. And mind you, I used to do sports ever since I learned how to walk.
Right.
I was doing cheer with the City League. I was doing all kinds of sports in middle school and high school. So I have really good lungs. I've always had great lungs.
How's your breathing now?
I ended up developing asthma, and I ended up having an asthma attack at work just a few days ago because I work in a place that handles a lot of dust, and I had a very severe asthma attack while I was at work.
Now, did they say that you had any symptoms due to mold?
Oh yeah, I told the doctor what was going on because they were asking why I was there, what the problem was. I told them we were facing mold problems in our apartment that our complex was refusing to address. Mind you, we asked them for mold testing, and they told us no, that they were not going to be doing it.
Wow.
And they said, if you want to do it, you're welcome to do it out of pocket. And we asked them, if we do it out of pocket, are you going to cover it for us? Are you going to give us a credit?
Damn, he sounds bad.
That's every day. We asked them.
You've been feeling like that since then?
Yeah, every day.
Wow.
We asked them, are you going to give us a credit for the mold testing? And they said, no, we're not going to give you anything. You can pay for it out of pocket. We're not paying for it for you. So I took that to my doctor, and they did a bunch of tests. They listened to my breathing. They heard all my symptoms, and they said, it sounds like you're dealing with mold exposure sickness. That's coming from a doctor. And I have all of that in my medical records. I was having a lot of problems breathing. They put me on 2,000 milligrams of an antibiotic, 2,000 milligrams a day of an antibiotic and a very strong cough medication, which nothing worked. As soon as I came back home, I was sick all over again. I was dizzy, I was falling, I couldn't breathe, I had memory problems, upper respiratory problems, and I ended up going back about a week and a half later, and they told me it's mold exposure, heavy mold exposure sickness. There's nothing you can do until the original problem is fixed.
Now, see, they should have. Did you even talk to them while all this is going on? I showed some of the pictures of the mold.
Mm-hmm.
I got more pictures to show as well too. Did you ask the management? Can you guys put us in another apartment? Can you relocate us to a motel until this
We
is
did.
fixed? What did they say?
We asked if they would move us to another unit. They told us no. We would have to pay for a whole new deposit on top of that to move,
Wow.
as if we were moving in for the first time again.
They said we won't help you.
What about an apartment or a motel?
They told us, you are more than welcome to, but we will not be paying for it.
What?
Yeah.
So you guys got to stay in here and be sick.
Uh-huh. Or we can pay for it out of pocket, but we won't get any kind of, compensation for it. And the machines that they've been leaving in there to dry up all the stuff and stuff that they even leave in just plugged in like their power tools. They've left stuff plugged in that room, and it's skyrocketed our electricity bill. And we asked them, can you provide some kind of compensation for our electric bill going up over $300 when it usually was only like $50, $60? They're like, no, we're not going to pay for anything.
So now you got a bigger light bill on top of all this
Mhm.
because of it. That sounds like some bullshit to me right there. Now I'm going to pull up another picture too, guys. Let me see. You sent me a picture of a guy toting out a trash bag right here. There he is. Now, who is this guy right here? Tell me a little bit about him.
We don't know. They won't. Everyone who has come in and out of our door, except people who we have called, have not given us any information on themselves, on their company, where they're located. So the most I know is this is a guy from a company called SureDry.
SureDry. Oh, now they were told when they come in not to wear no company clothes with their logo or anything on it. Do not talk to you guys. Do not answer any questions. So you guys got these strangers coming in. You want to know who they are.
Yeah.
And they're coming in your house. You're concerned. You're getting sick with this mold situation. You want to know results.
Yeah.
What's going on?
And they're
they
coming
say
in.
what?
We can't tell you that we will be withholding all the testing information because we do not give out internal documentation.
They said that if we had any questions, ask the office.
And the office is going to tell you.
The office said not telling you anything. We're not risking our jobs to tell you.
What?
Yeah, they said we will not be.
So their job is more important than your health.
Yeah.
They don't give a rat's ass
Apparently.
about
According
your
to them, we tried to give them our medical paperwork, and the leasing office manager pretty much told me, I don't care to see this. I don't want to see it. I'm not risking my job. I don't care.
Y'all hear this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said we will not be releasing internal documentation at risk of our job.
Did you guys call the environmental health department yet?
We have not yet, no.
Okay, well, we're going to be contacting them for you guys. We're going to get them out here. This is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Another thing, too, when these people came out, SureDry, you come to find out when you called air control, who did you contact to come out and check behind
So I have a family member who works with the federal government agency for the environmental air control. So she sent a couple people she knows and trusts out here. He did some research, internal research, and he said that company does not exist.
Whoa, wait a minute. SureDry is not a licensed company?
No. They have no address, they have no phone number. They said the most they found was a LinkedIn account, but they don't have business licensing numbers. They don't have documentation of them ever existing. They said that the most that they know is that they get their business through word of mouth.
So in other words, they probably two crackheads in a truck to come out here and
probably.
Could be. Wow. And our agent who came out here and checked it out for us, he's with AQMD.
Okay.
Shout out to Al Solomon. Thank you, Al.
Wow. So
he said there were 4 different sites that he could look on to see if they had any licensing anywhere.
And no
whether it be for
licensing.
plumbing, for drywall. Maybe he even tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they had licensing for plumbing and they just recently got it for drywall and mold testing, but it hasn't reflected yet. They have no licensing in any
Nothing.
of their 4 sites for any kind of construction work like you're supposed to. And they tried to say that they are licensed and insured.
Yeah.
Al
Do
tried
you
to
have
ask.
the paper on them? We got some papers
Yeah,
down
kind
here.
of.
Ed Clark with Hemet Fire Department. If you can look these guys up, there it is right here. Shore Dry, SHUR Dry. And if you guys can check that, find out if they have any permits, any licenses, I appreciate that.
So yeah,
They don't exist.
they don't exist. What our federal agent had told
And
us.
Al, our agent, told us that they need, if an apartment complex is going to be using a construction company or any kind of maintenance company, they have to be licensed and insured and approved in order to work with apartment complexes.
And before they tore anything out, taking
They
a wall
did
down, they need to
nothing.
contact the city of Hemet, the
Yeah.
health department, and get those permits.
They
So-
need to get permits to tear it down in case of asbestos and mold exposure
So-
for the residents, and they
Right.
didn't do anything.
So they also were supposed to file for an asbestos test.
Was
Um,
that done?
Not until yesterday.
What? And this has been going on for how long?
2 months.
2
Yeah,
months
Over
now.
7
months.
weeks as of last Monday.
Yeah.
7 weeks.
Now, this guy that I got down in the bottom right-hand corner of the picture, this guy, you say he's coming in, cleaning out everything, and they told him to do what with the stuff, get rid of it, hide
We
it?
don't know.
Al told them all of, mind you, they left all of their stuff.
They left us some
They
evidence.
left all of the appliances that they ripped out of the bathroom, the vanity, the countertop, the mirror, the toilet, everything that had mold on it. And the bags of trash, they moved them.
But they said there wasn't no mold.
They
Yeah.
said there was nothing there, but it's all over the
But they
vanity
never
and everything
did.
that they left.
Let's go look at this real quick, guys.
Pardon the mess out here. Sorry.
We were told
Right here on the
not to touch
side, I was rubbing right there. Got some mold on that as well too. There's the sink and everything that they took out. I can't really get to it to look.
it. The mirror and the toilet are right behind you.
The mirror and the toilet is over here. Now we had mold behind this mirror, didn't we? Oh shit! Look at this, guys. See if we can get back and look at that. That
Jeez Louise.
there's piss ants on there. There, look at that. That is mold right there. Can't really see it on the camera, but that is mold right there behind that. And I'm gonna pull up a picture, guys. Let me pull up this. Let me get this guy off the screen here. And let's see, behind the mirror was, let me see, I'm going to scroll through here real quick. The mirror was right over, boom, right here. Look at all that. What is that right here? Is that it?
That would be mold.
That's all of it.
Boom,
That's
look at
mold.
that.
Most of it. A
But we
lot.
don't find any mold, guys. This is just black spots, you know? It's not mold.
Furry black spots.
Furry black spots too. Look at that. So I'll send that to you. Man, you need to go get checked out. Dude.
Yeah.
You're making my damn throat want to cough.
And-
My lungs are on fire, dude. Feels like I have.
The shady thing is that agent took pictures on that patio and told them, do not touch anything out there, don't move anything. And that picture that he was showing was the construction workers removing the bags of the exposed stuff, all
No.
of the nasty stuff that they were pulling out.
Right.
They took the bags.
So they don't want no evidence here.
Of course, yeah.
So
They
it sounds
tried
like
to
people are
take
saying they're cutting corners. They're trying to.
They
Yeah.
took everything.
Also, let me see. I'm going to pull up another picture of this guy working on here. And there we go. Tell me a little bit about this. They said they only cut certain areas, and he said
Yeah.
they didn't do the right side, they didn't do the ceiling, but what is he doing there? Tell me a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
so
What's
they-
contradicting on that?
They left us a diagram from SureDry stating what areas of the complex room over here in our bathroom that they did work on.
Okay, explain
were-
this to me. I'm going to put the camera on it. Where's your
So,
bathroom at?
Right
here?
here is the bathroom. Right
Okay.
here. They tried to say this is where our shower is right here. They tried to say that it was only the upper drywall, not the ceiling. There is ceiling on here in the color code that this area up here, right here, did not have any ceiling messed with. But that picture shows him cutting out the portion of the ceiling.
So they didn't cut none of the ceiling according
to their diagram, which is color coded here, saying affected ceiling. That is where the shower is.
Yeah.
They are cutting out the ceiling.
Well, yeah, I see right there. I'm showing the picture that a lot of the ceiling is cut out.
And they cut out even more after that.
And you can even see, I look like they got termites and mold right there.
Oh,
on
yeah,
the,
a lot of termites.
right there where his
Yeah.
hand is at.
A lot of termites.
And that wood was paper soft.
Yeah.
So right here on the diagram, they're trying to say that this wasn't affecting the ceiling right here where the shower is.
Well, we just showed different.
That the ceiling was only the baseboard and the upper wall. That whole ceiling is gone, and all of this is gone. All of this wall is gone, and a little bit back here is gone too, but they're only saying it's just this corner.
Right.
All of this is gone. They took out the shower, they took out all the walls, they took out the ceiling, but they're only showing maybe a third of how much they actually cut out.
Okay. All right. The fire department wants to know real quick if the walls are still open. So let's show them what they did over here.
Let's go in and show them.
Now, guys, check this out. Before we go in there, they say, "Oh, there's no mold or anything like that." Well, think about it. If there's no mold, why did they contain this like this? Why did they have to come in wearing white suits, hazmat suits?
So light.
So, oh yeah, we
Let's
need
grab
the
the
light
light
because it's
really
kind of
quick.
dark in here. Here we go. There's your. I don't know how to work this thing.
That's fine. I'll go in and with you, Eddie.
All right. Now check this out. This is the all this. Now look, this is not really airlocked. I mean, just put on here with tape.
Like if you look, I can put my hand right through here.
Yeah, that's not very secure airlock to keep mold molecules from
Eddie,
going anywhere.
Look
Yeah,
at the ceiling on this side. See,
Well, we got
it's falling down.
right here.
Up on the top. Up the other way.
Oh, this.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, it's coming
It's
down.
not
See,
even closed.
it's not even. This is not no airlock that they say. Oh, what? None of the mold
mean,
molecules.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, staple.
They were trying to tell us it was airtight.
Yeah, airtight my ass. All right, this is where they did the work.
You
They
can
put
see
in here.
all of the ceiling they tore
Oh,
out.
so they said they didn't do nothing over here, but look, there
They
it
tore
is.
it all out.
They tore all that out. They tore all this out, and they tore all this right here out, and all this was tore out. So they got all that put back in. Now, code enforcement can't come in here until what? After 7 days after they finish working.
So yeah, so if they have not worked for 7 days, I believe his name is Kevin.
Kevin.
At code enforcement said they cannot come out unless the workers have not been here for 7 days.
Okay, I tried to reach out to Kevin a little while ago, but I left him a voice message.
Let's hope your fire chief friend will
You
help
see
us
the
with that a
plastic?
Oh,
little
he
bit.
will. He's watching this video right now.
Can you see the plastic is falling down?
Yeah,
again
like
right
look
here?
at that. Like
Yeah, this is airtight, my asshole. Look at that.
yeah, that
This is not airtight. Look at this. This is falling down. Look at this right here. Right into the room. Guys, this is bullshit.
Yeah, all the way back on this side. They're not even covering the door frame. It's going
Yeah, look.
all the way back behind.
Look at that, guys. Boom. Yeah, look at him. He's just sticking his finger there.
Yeah.
This is not airtight. Now, this is the unit right here that the air dry, sewer dry, the two crackheads in a truck, whoever the company is that they brought out.
I like that. Two men in the truck.
Two men, that's what we used to
two
call them.
crackheads in the truck.
They used to be my competition when I
And look,
was
there's
doing
their
moving.
company name on the side of the thing.
Where?
Right there, Sure Dry.
Yeah. Sure, dry my ass.
I'm sure this isn't dry.
Right, exactly, right. All right, so you need
I gotta
to
get out of here.
Doctor.
I gotta get
I'm
out of
gonna
here.
Start coughing in a minute.
I know I gotta get out of here.
And they were saying that they were going to do remediation. We got an email. We
Yeah,
want
let's-
to talk about that next.
There we go.
We asked for mold testing. They told us no. They were not going to be covering it. Instead.
Right, so you got to do that on your own.
Yep, they said we would have to pay for it.
All right, I got
And-
some more papers here. All right, now, once you contacted them,
We called their corporate
Okay.
asking for the result. They sent in somebody to do some kind of testing. Wouldn't tell us what.
Turns to find out they did an air quality testing, but
Weeks later,
weeks later, and even though I called the air quality control in, they're out of Diamond Bar, like that's far. They said they had done nothing.
So whoever it was that they sent in for air quality testing, air quality had no record of them ever doing anything.
And those, if they went to do those testings, air quality control would have gotten those reports.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
And we
Okay.
asked their corporate number, hey, can we get the results of this testing? And their corporate lady straight up told us, she said, we're declining your request. Have a great day. When we asked for the results of the testing. So we know if we're safe to be in here. Mind you, that's my mother's bedroom, who has no immune system. She's doing chemotherapy, has a million other autoimmune diseases.
Yeah,
that
we
are
were
all
supposed to come
affected.
out here yesterday with the fire department and
And she
actually
was
do the
sick.
story, and she was too sick for us to
She
even
was.
come
She
out.
could barely get out of bed. She's
Where's
at
she
a
at now?
doctor's
I
appointment
doctor's
again.
She's at a doctor's
now.
appointment
Going to
right
see her
now.
doctor for this very reason, for the sickness that it's causing her.
He definitely, you need to get him to the doctor because, man, he sounds
he's going
bad.
next.
Yeah, my lungs feel like I have insulation in them.
Oh my God, yeah, you definitely need to go get seen. 'Cause this is
Fiberglass.
serious.
My throat, my lungs feel like they're full of fiberglass right
I've
now.
had an asthma attack at work twice.
Yeah, I was
a couple
born.
days ago.
I was born an asthmatic, so I
And
normally
people are
have
also
trouble
saying
breathing.
too that the mold is probably also in your air density because once you turn that thing on, it cycles and
Yeah.
it goes through
Every
everywhere.
time.
so we're
we
sweating in
tried-
here because we can't turn on our air conditioning
Every
yet.
time we tried to use our AC, when they told us it was okay to do so, they said that they sealed off the vent. We could smell the mildew mold smell in all rooms of this
Well, yeah,
place.
because it's going to run through the ducts
It's
and
coming
everything.
straight through there. And
So-
they tried to say, oh, there's nothing coming through the vents.
How long was this mold actually there when you noticed it before anybody came out and started working?
We saw it immediately.
We saw it immediately.
How
Soon
long did
as-
it take from you to report it to the time they started working on it?
Weeks.
Weeks.
So you
Weeks.
were in here breathing all that
That-
shit all this time
That
here
space
before they
hatch
started.
that they left in there has been up not even a week.
Yeah.
And this happened in the first week of February.
Yeah.
That was barely put up last week. So about
So-
2 months that we've
And-
had that door not sealed, and just all of that coming into my mother's room.
Yeah.
Anytime we try to turn on the air, going through the vents, coming into our room, coming in the kitchen.
You guys should have been kicked
it's
out of here
everywhere.
and put in a motel.
Yeah.
You should not be living in
And the
this.
screwed up thing is the original maintenance guys for the apartment who are here told me that this unit has had a
Serious
problem
mold
with
problem.
mold problem before.
And they said this
And they were
isn't the
supposed to
first time.
disclose that when we signed our lease, and they did not.
There goes his job.
Yep.
They
Now,
told us that.
when you guys also called what did you do? Call corporate when you got this letter right here?
Yeah. So we called corporate, telling them our
We called them
our
on
plans.
Thursday.
Yeah, we called them on Thursday, telling them that an air quality control officer will be out here. They gave us their apartment complex gave us a 3-day to pay.
Look at this, guys. Retaliation right here.
We asked them to prorate. We paid for April. Not March. We paid for March, even though we asked them, hey, we haven't been able to use our 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Can you prorate for the month for us? They said no, so we paid the full amount. And they told us at that time it was only going to take a week.
Yeah.
They said this would only be taking a week. It ended up taking a month. They said things were a little delayed. Sorry about that. Wouldn't tell us why. So we said, okay, fine. We'll pay the full amount. Now this month rolls around. Bathroom is still looking like that. That plastic was barely put up a week ago.
Yeah.
So we asked them again, hey, can you prorate it for this month then? Because it's now been 2 months without this bathroom. And my mother, getting as sick as she has been going to stay at a friend's house to try to get away from this problem. And they once again told us, no, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to prorate. We're not going to give you any kind of credit for your electricity bill that we're jacking up. We're not doing anything. Pay the full amount. So then we spoke to a county officer, told them the whole situation. We spoke to tenant advocate.
Yeah, the Fair Housing Council in Moreno Valley.
What'd they say?
I asked them what we should do, and they said we are within our legal right to withhold rent until the work is done. And I have a letter that I gave them advising them, hey, if this isn't until this is done, I will be withholding rent. We are getting sicker and sicker. It feels like. So I'll actually read you the letter if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So basically says, as you know, it's your obligation as our landlord to maintain the safe livability of this rental unit per California Civil Code 1941. I have been citing codes that they've been breaking since week 2. Additional, as per California Civil Code 1942, you have 30 days to make the repairs to our unit once you have received notice from us that such repairs are necessary. Now, this is going on month 2, so they should have repaired this beginning of March.
And yes, they were supposed to finish it within 30 days. There was a portion of 3 weeks where they broke open all of the walls and left it all exposed. We hadn't heard anything from them because the office lady thought it was done. And they marked our report, they marked our work order as completed for 3 weeks.
Is
and
this
when,
with all the walls? Was the mold still there?
Yep.
too?
That's when they only
Also,
took out
they
the
just
cover.
opened up the can
They
of
opened
worms
it
and
up.
let them.
Not done. Can you come in and finish it? What do you mean it's not done? Our maintenance people said it was done.
They
But
come
they-
in and tap some zip ties on there.
And then they
duct tape.
change their story
Duct
when
tape
we
and duct
tell
tape.
them that same day. They change their story. Well, it's not finished. Oh, I didn't know it wasn't finished. She said that it was done because they told her, but now all of a sudden she didn't know. So she keeps changing it. When we showed her the pictures. This is how they left it. Oh, I didn't know it wasn't completed. How? You just said that they told you it wasn't done. So there was a 3-week portion where it was left like that. We called them. We went into the office. They did nothing. So we showed them the pictures. And then she was like, oh, I didn't know it wasn't finished. They didn't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going on, continuing with this letter, it has now been over a month since our maintenance request has been submitted via our maintenance portal, which probably all apartments have.
They removed the timestamps on
Yeah.
it too.
Really?
And the request has been marked complete. Now, mind you, I gave this letter to her on the 3rd. It is now the 10th. Is marked complete, but the drywall in our second bathroom has been removed and not been replaced in several places. There is still visible evidence of what appears to be mold growth. I am not an expert, but all of us know what mold looks like. I just can't tell them. I know it's mold.
Right.
Over the weeks, we watched it.
In the open wall. This violates California Health and Safety Code 17920.3. If any of you guys want to look these up. I would like to inform you that we've been to the doctor and they have told us that we are suffering the symptoms of mold exposure and keep getting worse day by day. As we have mentioned previously, both Angelica, who is my mother-in-law, his mother, and Matthew are immunocompromised and are at a higher risk of getting catastrophically ill.
My mother was hospitalized 3 times and admitted for at most 4 days at one point because of being sick. And that's why we mentioned catastrophically ill. She was in the hospital for 4 days.
Gotcha. Well, we'll document that, and you have all paperwork.
Yeah.
So I'm going to definitely hook you up with an attorney.
We are now all worried about the health and safety of each other, and we have come to the conclusion that we will be withholding our rent until these repairs are finished, not halfway done, finished. As we feel that the health and safety of our loved ones are not being taken seriously. We would also like to ask a prorated amount of rent for the last 6 weeks. We've been waiting for the situation to be remedied, plus an additional length of time the rest of the repairs will take. Please be aware that if you fail to fix these problems, I will be forced to call the housing inspector and seek out legal counsel for our health and safety, which may subject you to statutory penalties and monetary fines. And then I signed it, tenants of apartment 189H.
Wow.
So I was advised by the Fair Housing Council to send this to them and have all 3 of us sign them and them sign it. So she told me she refused to sign this paper, though she gave me a little post-it note saying that she had received it and she will be sending it to her corporate office.
And then this is when you get
The next day.
retaliation, guys. Now they're telling them to get the fuck out of here.
Next day, it's a
The
payment.
next day, dear resident, please be advised your 3-day pay or quit expires today. Please make sure you bring in your April rent payment before it expires in order to avoid eviction. Thank you, Palm Court Management. So I'm going to throw now real quick. I got the picture of the beam up top. Looks like it's got a lot of mold on it. It looks like it's all rotted. It looks like it's got termites and everything. Did they replace that beam?
No, they haven't replaced any of the
So
wood.
they just covered it up and
Yep.
boom.
Yep,
We
they haven't
watched them do
replaced
it.
any of the wood in our unit.
We watched him do it. We even told them
Wow.
he used to work in pest control. He has years of experience in pest
My
control.
family owns a pest control business in
knows
Arizona, so I know what termites look like.
And he even
Right,
told
look
them,
at that.
I know what this looks like. This is termite damage. Oh, we're not going to do anything about it. That's not up to us.
Yeah, they said, "Oh no, that's
And they
not termite,"
covered it.
even though they're not licensed, and I have been licensed in the
And
past.
that's a weight bearing beam in there.
Yeah, exactly.
And if
So who
there's
knows
even
if that
more
could
damage,
break?
that could collapse and
That could-
hurt even more people.
Yeah,
Aside from the mold and everything else going on in the air here, if that beam were to collapse because of the termite damage, it can hurt a hell of a lot more people.
Yeah.
And we watched them just cover it up, just like when they patched the original hole with duct tape and plaster. Pretty much what
Well,
they
you
did
know,
with
duct
that.
tape fixes everything.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I love duct
I will swear
tape.
by duct tape, but I don't think you can fix that.
Yeah, right.
Maybe if I eat some, it'll fix whatever's going
There
on
you
with
go.
me.
Just swallow a
Right.
whole roll. You
Yeah,
know.
well, I'll be fine.
That's my daily vitamins, duct tape.
Yeah,
right,
we'll be
right.
fine.
Don't forget the zip ties.
Zip ties.
So,
Super
yeah,
glue.
the manager.
E6000.
Don't forget the super glue.
Right. Okay. Let's
Duct
see. I'm
tape
going to try to
soaps.
go through the comments here real quick, guys.
Yeah, if
yes,
they have any
this
questions
is
for us, we're glad to answer.
called
Yeah,
the Department of Housing complaining questions too. Is continue happening. Getting everything on the wood is just not drywall. Did they remove any wood? Do you know? No,
Nope.
they did
They
not.
No, they did not
They
remove
covered
any
it.
wood. They
We
covered it.
watched them plaster over it. Because when we realized it was going to be a pretty shady situation, we started watching them do all the work.
Yeah.
And
they've been shutting us out of there so we cannot watch.
They
I believe
would-
that's why they put that up.
we've noticed they'll go in through door 1, zip it up, then go through door 2 and zip it up. When before
Yeah, they don't want you to see anything.
before
It
we
probably
mentioned
instructed them.
anything, they'd unzip, then walk through and leave it open.
Or they
As
would
soon as-
before they even had that up, we were
As
watching
soon
them.
as we mentioned something, then they started covering behind it.
Mhm.
And one of the other guys, the last time we saw somebody here, we asked him, hey, can you just give us an update on what's going on? What are you guys working on today? Oh, we're not going to tell you anything. You need to go talk to the management office.
And the management office won't tell you
Yeah.
nothing. You're
They-
the tenants. You have all rights to
they've
know what the hell's
stopped
going on. This is
responding.
your health. You
Yeah.
know?
We've sent them emails. They've stopped answering our emails.
And
And
too.
you guys, yes, they did go to the hospital and they did go to urgent care, and you guys were tested for mold poisoning, and it came back positive.
Doctors said that we are having upper respiratory problems due to mold exposure.
So, guys, this is
Myself
what
and
I
my
want
mother.
you guys to do.
Yes.
I am going to put up this information on the screen right here, and I ask everybody in the community to email Linda Wilson at WNG.com. She's the office manager here.
She's
No,
corporate
so that
or-
she, so Vinci Thomas is
our
our.
leasing manager.
I believe I
Okay.
have her email if you'd like that.
I sent it to him too.
All right.
So yeah,
Who
Vinci.
is Linda Wilson at WNG?
She's just a leasing agent
an
here.
agent. Who is Dara Ramirez?
Same, we believe.
They wouldn't really
Okay.
tell us.
So
who
yeah,
they are.
Vinci.
And the 951-862-6200 number?
I believe that is the office phone number.
All right, let me put this up to the top, guys, where you guys can see this. And this is
I also have a member of their corporate office. If you'd like that information as well.
Okay, I want to blow. There we go. Let me see if I can get
And
this.
they
thing
want
going.
us to. We pay about $1,950 for rent here.
So basically $2,000.
Basically $2,000 a month that they said we need to pay, or they are going to boot us. Even though we told them that we would be withholding, and now they're saying no. Now you're going to get kicked out because we told them that even though we are within our legal right to do so, they don't want to work with us. And we tried to be nice. We tried to ask them. We even paid for, the first month with this situation because we were trying to remain civil. Even though my mother couldn't use her bathroom. Now she can barely use.
And
her
how old
bedroom.
is your mother?
She is going to be 44 this year.
And she's at the doctor's sick, being
Mhm.
tested for this too.
She's been doing chemotherapy every Friday, so she has no immune system to.
Oh no,
battle
not
with
at
this.
all.
She
Yeah.
barely has an immune system to handle
She
it,
sleeps in that room.
Yep.
Oh, so she's getting direct hit from
She
this
is,
stuff.
yeah.
especially when they didn't put that plastic up for over a month.
Oh my God.
And for the
They-
past few days, she's
she's-
been sleeping at a friend's house because she doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's usually tries to stay away from being here, which sucks because I love my mother and I want her to be home with
Right,
me.
of course we all do.
I
you
moved
know?
from Arizona to be here with my mom.
Right.
And she can barely be home. She can't use her bedroom. She goes to stay at a friend's house
Yes,
because
Priscilla.
it makes her sick. And we asked them, hey, can you give us some kind of prorate? And now they want us to pay $2,000. And they won't work with us. at
Yeah,
all.
and originally when they had all the walls out, but none of it pulled out, they said, "Oh yeah, you can go ahead and shower. You can go ahead and use the bathroom. Just leave the door open."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
like
fix for it was leave the door open.
yep.
Yeah, so it can go throughout the whole
Yeah,
house.
probably.
Yeah.
Brenda again. Who's Brenda?
So Brenda is one of the corporate people.
Corporate people. So I want to ask everybody, if you will, there's a number on the top hand corner of my screen, 949-862-6200.
I want to make sure that is actually their phone number.
And he's going to check, make sure that is the number. I want you guys to blow up these numbers. Call these numbers off the hook till they change their freaking phone number.
So actually it's not. So I have the phone number. You ready?
All right, let me put this. How can I do this here?
And then I have Brenda's phone number as well.
I'm trying to see where I can type it in. Enter. Actually, hang on a second.
Were you saying 949-862? Is that what you were saying?
6200. Yeah.
Oh no. Then it's
all right. Hold on a second. Go in where I can add.
So I have 3 phone numbers for you.
I'm gonna put text. I'm gonna type it in here real quick, guys. All right, what's the phone number?
So for the Palm Court, it is 951-765-9511.
And that's to the direct leasing office.
Yeah.
Here.
Everyone ask for Vinci.
How you spell that?
Vinci.
Thomas, like the traditional spelling.
Yeah.
All right, Vinci.
Oh yeah. Funny story about her. She says that she has done asbestos training
And mold training. Yeah.
She told our agent that she has done this training, but she wouldn't submit for our testing that was legally required. Okay. And even the agent was saying that sounds super shady for somebody who says they know about what training to do, why she refused to do it. Right. Come to find out, it's because the property owner didn't want to pay for it because it would cost them too much.
Of course, they want to save that money, right?
Mm-hmm. But every tenant here probably pays about $2,000. What do you mean you can't afford it?
All right, there we go, guys. I just got the number on
2 more numbers for you.
Oh,
Eddie.
Okay, hold on. Let me go in and add another text here. Let me put this in here. All right, there's one of the numbers. I'm just going to put that right over here. Right there on the bottom.
I have 2 more for you. Just let me know.
He's got me 2 more. So I'm going to put that there, guys. And let me add in another text. Actually, I can edit this. Let's see if it's going to let me. Yeah, all right.
So the next one is her name is Brenda Florio.
Brenda, Brenda.
Yep.
I can't even type. Brenda.
And then Florio, Florio. She's with Western National Property Management.
And wants to change it. I'm just going to put Brenda. And what's her number?
So it's 949
862
6420.
And she's the corporate lady who told us that she was not going to be sending any information to us. That's their corporate person.
Okay. So Brenda wants to keep her mouth shut.
Yep.
All right. And who else do we need to put
So the other one, we have Ernesto Gonzalez.
Hey, spell that for me.
Yeah. ERNESTO.
Okay. What's his number?
It is, so he has 2 numbers. The first one is 94938.
Oh, hang on. 949. I got fat finger disease over here. 949
309
1766. 1766. Or what's the other number?
949
862
6447. And then if you want, I have emails for all of them.
Throw them in the comments.
Yeah.
It lets me put so much.
Yeah, that's fine.
So let me get that thing scrolling there.
And another thing that we I don't remember if we mentioned as well, this property company did end up getting a fine from AQMD for their lack of testing for asbestos and mold. They were faced with a fine for that, and their fine is going to continue to add up for every day that they had the walls opened without being tested. So they're going to be facing a fine for every single day, starting from the day that they opened the walls back in February.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. I'm glad you brought that up, and just to reamp on that a little bit, because that's very important. So air control, I guess, was talking with you guys, and they said that the apartment complex is also being fined for what?
Because they chose not to. They knew they needed to do asbestos and mold testing,
Okay.
and the leasing office lady, Vinci, she told them that they knew they needed to do the testing, but were refusing to do it because the property owner did not want to pay for it.
Too much.
You
So
guys
they
hear
were
that? Wait a minute. I want to hear that one more time. You said the property owner said what?
they were refusing to pay for the proper legal mold and asbestos testing because they didn't want to pay for it.
But they knew they needed
They knew
it.
they
but
needed to.
So it's on you to do it.
And she told a federal agent that they did not want to pay for it.
And who was this federal agent?
Al
Solomon.
Al Salman.
Agent Al Solomon.
He's
Agent Al Solomon.
inspector
With the
Al
air
Salman.
quality control?
Yep, for AQMD and Diamond Bar. And he drove from Diamond Bar all the way out here to try to catch them before they left for the day. And he told us they are facing fines. They are going to be facing a fine for not doing mold and asbestos testing prior to opening up those walls. That's fine number one. They're also going to be facing a second fine for every single day that the walls were open without the permit. So they're going to be facing 2 months of fines. And he was telling us it's going to be in the high thousands that they're going to be facing these fines.
Wow.
And now that's why we're worried about repercussion or retaliation, for this, because now they're facing many thousands of dollars in fines for this. And they're also going to be fining this fake SureDry company for operating without a license, improper licensing. So he issued 3 fines to these people.
And it's not harassment for them calling because the community is allowed to ask questions.
Yeah.
You can
Mhm.
call in and say, hey,
Yeah.
Seen this on Action 9 News. Why this ain't right? Why you ain't taking care of these people?
And we've only ever been civil with them. We've always been friendly. Vincie's always been nasty towards us from the start. We don't know why. That's just been her. But we've always been friendly. Every time we go up there, we've been friendly. Every time we call them on the phone, we've been nice. We've been civil, but they straight up told us we don't care. And we pay to be here. Why don't they care? We pay to be here. You'd think they'd care about the people. They don't. And it's kind of heartbreaking because, we liked it here. It's a nice place. It's pretty quiet. But now we're dealing with this where they don't communicate with each other. They expose us to dangerous situations and they straight up tell us we don't care. We try to do everything we can, and this is just what we get. And that file that I showed you of all of the information, that was found in a box of trash.
So they threw this away so you couldn't see this,
Yep,
right?
they deliberately tried to hide it. It was inside a box of trash on the patio with all of the biohazard material. All of the hazardous material that they pulled out, they left our file in the trash. And
File 13 that shit, didn't they?
And they even tried to say on there, if you can zoom in on one of those spots, it says tenant health risk, no.
Let me see, where's that?
Right here.
Is there a health risk for tenants? No.
That's why they threw this away.
They threw it away. And you're telling me that there is no health risk when they just got fined for not doing the proper health testing because
So they
of
said
a
no
problem?
because they didn't have the proper testing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
hid it in a manila folder in a box under a trash bag. And we found it
Whoa, look
because
at
we
that.
were taking our own trash out for the day and trying to move stuff around out there to get to our laundry room. All that stuff on that patio that they left is blocking our laundry room.
Boom.
So we tried to move the stuff around so we can access our laundry room, and we found that sitting in a trash box underneath the trash bag.
How about getting rid of the evidence? They didn't do a very good job on that, guys. And there's the folder that was in right here, Palm Court unit right here, water damage level 4. It's level 4.
We don't know. Anything that we try to ask, They won't tell
They
us.
won't tell you. They refuse to tell you anything, and that's tenant rights. You should know what the hell's going on in your own home.
That's
You're sick. You guys been going to hospitals. You've been going to doctors. They're
Mhm.
telling you got mold sickness.
You caught
But
me on
yeah,
one
that's
of my
none of
better
your
days.
business. Yeah, wow.
When the AQMD agent came by, he even said, "You sound terrible." And he booked it to come in here and get this inspection done. I couldn't talk. I've developed asthma, and I've never had that problem before in my life.
How long have you guys lived here? People are asking.
Since December.
Since December.
Mhm.
And
And
this
then
started in February?
February, and now we're in April.
And how long was this mold exposed until this got?
Since February.
Since they first opened the wall in
28th of
February.
February.
Wow, so you've been exposed to this mold that long.
Mhm.
And now, who else was fined? Sure Dry's being fined?
Sure Dry's being fined for doing construction work without proper permits and
because-
with no licensing. They're trying to advertise as licensed and insured. From what they told the agent, they were licensed and insured, and the agent found that that was a lie because there is no record at all of any kind of licensing that they are claiming that they hold.
Where are you guys from? They've told us both Santa Clarita and San Clemente.
Okay.
So who even knows where they're from?
So they're giving you two different cities.
Yep.
They're
So
not
two
saying-
crackheads in a truck.
So they're not saying we're from San Clemente or also we have an office in. One tells you, oh, we're in Santa Clemente. The other guy gets
Oh,
the
Santa
story
Clarita,
messed up
yeah.
and
We
said he's
tried-
from somewhere else.
We tried to find a company truck by walking around the property. There's no.
It's
light.
it's an unmarked white van. It looks like a child snatcher's van. I hate to
Oh,
say it, but it looks like a
sound
child.
like a what?
A child
candy
snatcher.
van.
It's a candy van. A child snatcher van.
Oh, the snatcher
They-
van.
It's
Like
not
a
marked.
white, just an unmarked white van.
There's no
Oh.
marking at all.
Yep.
And they also were told not to wear uniforms, show IDs, or anything.
Probably.
here.
They
Wow.
told us we're not allowed to give you any of our business cards, right? Because we asked for it. We don't know who these people are.
Right, they're coming into your house, you know.
They didn't even ask or give us notice, 24-hour notice for permission to
That's
enter.
the other thing.
They
They've
just
never,
show up and walk in.
they've
At one
never
point,
given us
They
notice.
just walked right in while my mother was sleeping. While I was getting ready for work, they just walk right in and start working. Didn't even tell us, and
Yeah.
we didn't know until they were in our living room.
That's messed up.
That's violation of tenants' rights right there.
They didn't tell us.
They've
And then
not
when we
given
asked
us
them, "Hey,
24 hours
who are
notice at
you?
all.
Give us a business card." No, go talk to the office, ask them about it. So we did. Oh, we can't give any information out. Why are
No-
we not allowed to know who these people are?
No
They
internal
could be-
documentation.
They could be somebody trying to rob us in broad daylight under some kind of
Especially when
disguise.
somebody knocks on your door and says, "We're with Shore Dry." Do you have an idea who, or do you have an ID? No,
The
I can't
phone
show it
number-
to you. You think I'm gonna let you in my house?
one of the days that they were here, they had a phone number on a shirt. We sent that photo to the agent,
Al took a picture of them.
tried to call. It's not a real phone number.
So you got
It's a
fake
deadline.
number.
It's a deadline.
It's a
fake phone number.
deadline.
He tried to pull up in their federal systems any kind of licensing under their name, didn't find anything. Any of the documents that Vinci in the office gave them about their information, it's not real. They
Yeah.
don't exist. And apartment complexes are supposed to work with licensed and insured and approved. They don't exist.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's
contractors, and they're not.
Stating the exact details of the work they're supposed to do.
They don't have that.
When our agent went and asked Vinci in the office, "Show me this contract," she didn't have anything. She said, "We don't have anything."
Susan says Shore Dry is a legit vendor. Well, if they're legit, can you find me their information, Susan? Because we would love to see their info.
Yeah, they don't even like we said.
Or is it SURE instead of SHURE? Maybe they mistyped this or what? I
That
don't
was
know.
SHUR.
make sure, because that's them. HSH, not SU.
Yeah.
SHUR.
So it could be a
even
knockoff brand
saw-
of
Yeah,
Shore Dry.
Probably.
You even saw on their machine that they left in there, it has that same spelling.
Yeah.
That's what our agent tried to pull up. The person doing all the work, obviously that's their name. Our agent tried to pull it up. They don't exist. The office doesn't have a contract for their work. They wouldn't share any information. He looked up their phone number, looked up their company name, their supposed licensing number. They have nothing. They are not real. And that's on multiple federal platforms that agent works for. Every construction company that is licensed and insured has to be registered on their site. They don't exist on any of them.
Okay. Well, my friends at the fire department is definitely going to check these guys out. So I'm going to take pictures of all this documentary and everything that you got. No, this is not pro management. It is, what's the
Western National Property Management.
Western National Property Management. So, all right. Well, guys, that is their story, folks. And I think it's a fucked up story.
We're just trying to figure out, are we going to have a place to stay?
And
Yeah,
then
because like I say, retaliation, because they contacted people, contacted corporate, contacted, what was the place?
AQMD, Air Quality
AQMD.
Management District.
Quality Management.
We contacted the Fair Housing Council of Riverside, and yeah, they don't like us.
So
right
they're
now.
going to retaliate because y'all reached out to get something done.
Yep.
And now they're going to kick you out.
And they ended up getting caught for multiple violations. And now
What about the people upstairs where the water leak come from?
They fixed
We
it
fixed it same day.
Same day.
same day, but we've been begging for them to fix our situation for months.
Anybody
they got
else
theirs
out
fixed
here
same day.
have issues? If you live out here, Palm Court, and you're not afraid to talk, if you have issues, hit me up too.
Our next door lady says that she has mold coming through her walls too, and she has a newborn baby.
8-month-old.
8-month-old. She has an itty bitty baby, 8 months old, and she's got mold problems.
Has
too.
she been trying to get anything done about
Oh
it?
yeah, she spoke to the office and
And they supposedly they went in and treated.
they scrubbed her walls. That was their fix.
Yeah.
They're scrubbed it. Okay. And what about in behind the walls?
Nothing.
They wouldn't do anything.
Oh.
Well, maybe you have to reach out to our attorney. So definitely, I'm going to give you guys that information. I do ask everybody, please share this video. Let everybody know. If you just logged in towards the end of this video, you can go back and watch it at the beginning to find out all the details where we showed you inside the damaged area. And
if any of your viewers have questions, I think
yeah,
we're
and if
open
you
to
have
answer.
any questions, please throw it in the comments. These two will be following the comments here on Action Eye News. But I think we definitely need to pass this awareness out. And I think Palm Court Apartment, you need to check on your people. And you
Treat
need to
them
get
better.
your shit right, folks.
We're sick and
'Cause-
we've been suffering, and they've told us we don't care.
Treat your
To
people
our
better.
faces. I even tried to provide my medical papers from my doctors showing that I am sick because of this situation that they are sending us on a goose chase for. And Vinci in the office told us, we don't care. I don't care. I'm not losing my job for you.
Well,
I'm sick.
there you go, guys. Their job is more important than these people's health. All right, well, I do have another location I have to go to. I'm running a little bit behind. So definitely, folks, please share this video and help this couple spread this awareness on this situation. And hopefully something will get done. Hopefully you guys will get some legal help on this. I will be forwarding this over to the attorney and have him see what they can do for you guys.
Thank you, Eddie.
So if y'all ever need an attorney, guys, some situations like this, auto accident, slip and fall, let me know. I'll hook you up. And people ask them to relocate your family and all expenses paid. They won't do it, Sanya.
They told
Yeah,
us
they won't. They will not do it.
We asked about that too. We asked if they would put us in a hotel until all this is done, and they said you're more than welcome to out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
We asked them, can you give us the credit for it, deduct that from our rent? No, that's not our responsibility. So they've already told us no, they would not be doing that.
Well, we're going to find out what their responsibility really going to be out, guys. So.
Especially now that they're facing hefty fines.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, this is that crazy guy with that lazyeye.com. I appreciate you guys following us on YouTube and also on Action Eye News. That's actioneyenews.com, where we are community news for the community, powered by the community. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share and care, folks. And if you got any questions or anything that can help these people out, comment below in this video, and they will be getting back to you. Until then, I am out of here.